this interview seems to be more on a campaign type style. Oh, they're doing this. Look what I did type of narrative, which is fine. It's just nice to see him and for him to actually say it. It's like, look, we're not doing any winning and you ruined what I did. So as we watch that, keep that in mind. We're going to be going over where his fight level is at and if there's any particular subject that really gets at him.
Mr. President, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, Sean.
All right, so I know a lot of people that are around you every day. This is what they're all telling me. You are working as hard as you did when you were in the White House, except you play a little golf more. That you're keeping an insane schedule.
So as I watched the two of them interact here, and I thought there would be more like a mental opening, like a little transition. Like, yeah, I do. I play a little bit more golf now. Oh, yeah. But he's not. He's like in a negotiation phase. He's got his hands in the typical place where we see him, where he's sitting with the leader in that room. He's not giving anything to the conversation as far as relax or ha-ha-has. Nothing. He's in negotiation mode.
7 days a week. You really don't stop.
Well, we're seeing a lot of people. We're seeing a lot of good Republicans and a lot of good Americans, in some cases great Americans, and we are working very hard. And
so as we watch him speak about it, I don't know if this is because the light is in his eyes, but you see the stress in the eyes and in the face. I'm going to assume that it's from the light because it seems to be very bright on his skin. You also notice that his face was actually lightened up in the sense of a smile. So it wasn't stone-faced. There was some happiness in it. So he is quite relaxed.
A lot of things to do, plus I'm getting more involved. For a long time, years, I wasn't involved in the business. I'm more involved in the business. We'll see what I do with respect to that. But the business is doing well, and we're doing well. It's been 5.5 years of investigations and hoaxes, and I see something came out just yesterday about the Russia was a total phony deal, and they hate to admit it, but intelligence came out.
They were putting a bounty on the heads.
The big bounty deal, and now they say that it was a hoax, just like everything else. So it's a sad thing. You get impeached for doing nothing wrong, then you get a second impeachment for doing nothing wrong. And so it's been pretty wild when you think about it, and very unfair. So we're working very hard.
So they cut. I hate that when they cut. And you can literally hear it. And that happened quite a bit throughout this interview. He does look very relaxed when he's talking to leaders or when he's talking to the press. He seems to have like this fire in him. And a fire doesn't mean like anger or momentum. It's more of an adrenaline rush. Go, 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 go. That's what that is. The adrenaline rush seems to be absent. And that's probably why we see him much more relaxed. His tone in his voice is calmer.
And I think you're going to see something that will start to take place in 22 and will culminate in 24. And you're going to see a lot of big things and great things for the Republican Party and for the country when you look at the border and all of the things that are.
And you see as he moves, because that fire's gone, the adrenaline rush, it's much smoother. It's not so sharp anymore.
Let me ask the question from this perspective, because there are hostile regimes and many hostile actors on the world stage. You got a hostile regime in Russia.
He's twitching a lot more on that one, especially in the fingers. He immediately knows where Hannity's going. You don't need to be told about what's going on when you're in his position. You know where the hostility is at.
Hostile act of Vladimir Putin. Hostile regime in China. President Xi, you dealt with him a lot.
I know.
Kim Jong-un. The mullahs in Iran, looks like Joe's already capitulated on that. Now, you know them well enough. I'm sure they're studying Joe Biden. Knowing what you know, things that I wouldn't know, are you concerned about their perception of an American president that seems somewhat frail and weak?
Well, something's going on because they never did this with me, that I can tell you. Nobody was tougher on Russia.
So as Hannity asked that question, we see him go into an emotional and then doing part of his mind. And we're tying that into what's going on as far as this memory that he's accessing. So either past, present, something. There's an emotional memory tied to something he's done.
And frankly, getting along with Vladimir Putin is a good thing. And I got along with him very well. The relationship was very good, very strong. but they never encircled Ukraine, and they never, in Taiwan, China, they never sent warships all over the place like they're doing now. It looks very serious going on with Taiwan.
Now his movements are becoming actually much sharper. The adrenaline rush is coming in as we speak about this. It's sharper. So there's more stress on this. But I don't see fear.
And that's a long way away. That's 9,000 miles away. They're right next to it. That's like, it's like very close. So now something's going on with Taiwan. Something maybe is going on with Ukraine. This never was a big subject when I was president.
So as he's thinking before he says it about Taiwan, he's looking around. I'm looking down at it, and I want to get away from it. And he leans back away from it. Then he leads into the Ukraine question. Something may be going on with Ukraine. He wants to get away from that one as well. See him looking away. But he took so much time on Taiwan and thinking. We're not talking about a dumb man. He's gating his response.
Wasn't it all?
As far as North Korea is concerned, I have a great relationship with a certain man that's got great power over North Korea. And
I found that interesting. A certain man, he leans back. You see his neck literally come into itself. A certain man that has great power over North Korea.
You take a look at Kim Jong-un and the relationship that I developed. That's a good thing, not a bad
He doesn't do that with Kim Jong-un.
thing. Getting along with President Putin is a great thing. You know, we should be doing business with Russia. We should be getting along with Russia. Instead of forcing Russia to go into the hands of China, the worst thing you could do is put China and Russia together. And they're together, and they get forced together. The Russian hoax was very, very bad.
He's obviously, because we see so much movement, talking with his hands. And I'm assuming, just from what we are seeing, they're coming in and out. So putting them together. And this, to me, is the most interesting considering what is going on over there. Maybe it's just a touchy subject.
I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Firo. Firo is one of the few cryptocurrency projects that I respect. Unlike most other cryptocurrencies, Firo is focused on safeguarding your financial privacy without compromising on trustlessness, which means no third parties are required, and transactions are private by default. Firo also has an exciting roadmap to look forward to. Features such as Instant Send, where payments can both be sent and confirmed within seconds. There's also Elysium, which adds tokenization functionality similar to Ethereum, but it also enables these assets to enjoy Firo's privacy technology. There's many more things on the roadmap, and if you'd like to learn more, head over to firo.org. If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series, available to both Gold and Silver subscribers.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.